He's the greatest creation of my career, and I will call him MegaMan.
As soon as I find Cat, I'll blast for the swamp. Be mondo careful.
You too, Sonic.
Gotta juice it loose.
Hey! Welcome back to the classic cartoon clash. My name is Ryan Banks, and over the next 40 minutes or so, two legendary cartoons will be going head to head. So grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back and enjoy. Now let's get ready to clash. We going head to head, get ready to clash. We going head to head, get ready to clash. We going head to head, get ready to clash. We going head to head, get ready to clash. Instead of jumping right in, let's take it back to where it all started. In the late 80s, early 90s, kids all over the world were logging countless hours of playtime on their Nintendo consoles. Though the NES gave birth to a bunch of low-quality games like Where's Waldo, Barbie, and Rocky and Bullwinkle. It would only be a matter of time before the good games withstood the test of time and became the hot topic amongst gamers. I was about 3 years old when I seen my brother pop this in for the first time. It was incredible. Also incredibly difficult, might I add. Shortly after this, kids were gathering on playgrounds across the nation, sharing tips and passwords to access the later stages in the game. Being high in demand, an additional 5 sequels quickly followed. So naturally, with all this success, Capcom said, "F it, we're making a cartoon." A 3-episode anime named MegaMan, Upon a Star, was created in Japan. It was made simply as test footage, but later they decided to include it as a special episode for the North American series. Originally, the art style closely resembled the video game, but after receiving a big budget, the animation style changed to this. Clash fact. This wasn't Mega Man's first time on television. He appeared in the Captain N series, except he was a lot less cooler back then. For whatever reason, they made him look like a tiny green dork and he sounded like a jackass.
A newspaper? Why, thanks, Duke.
Bet you didn't know that. Mega Man. The cartoon series began on September 11th, 1994 and wrapped things up on January 19th, 1996. It ran for 2 seasons, amounting to a below-average 27 episodes. The show received fairly positive reviews and had a decent-sized fan base, so Capcom planned for a 3rd season, but that was later on scrapped due to budget constraints. After all, each episode cost roughly $300,000 to produce, which is nothing short of amazing because some scenes just seem to be animated weirdly. For example,
"Sorry, sis, but this is for your own good."
in the year 2000-something, 2 scientists named Dr. Light and Dr. Wily tried to better humanity with their new invention, helper robots, with a sole purpose to help humans with everyday chores. Dr. Wily had secret plans of his own. See, he reprogrammed the helper bots into fighting machines, basically making them evil. He intended to use these fighting machines to attain world dominance.
My robots will be made to supervise mankind under my command.
Dr. Light wasn't about to sit back and allow this. He grabbed one of his helper robots named Rock and decided to reprogram him. The doctor fitted the robot with state-of-the-art combat technology. He also included this brilliant ability to copy another robot's special weapon simply by touching them. This upgraded machine would then go by the name MegaMan. Dr. Light, MegaMan, and his robot sister Roll must stop Dr. Wily and his gang of evil robots from taking over the world. Over the course of 27 episodes, Dr. Wily makes numerous attempts to become the new ruler. Some dastardly plans include creating earthquakes, audio hypnosis, etc. Taking a page out of the Scooby-Doo book, in every episode, MegaMan successfully ruins Dr. Wily's various schemes.
Yes, might have gotten away with it too. If it wasn't for these blasted kids and their dogs.
We're a few minutes away from battle, so please, get ready for the weigh-in. While kids all over were playing their fancy Nintendos, another company was trying to steal some of the market. Sega saw the success Nintendo achieved by associating a mascot with their name. A graphic designer for the company came up with this character, Mr. Needlemouse. They worked with this idea and eventually evolved him into Sonic, the lightning-fast blue hedgehog with attitude. Sega pushed all of their chips to the center of the table and bet it all on this little critter. After selling millions and becoming one of the greatest games of the early 90s, Sega Genesis had become a must-have console. So naturally, they decided to strike while the iron was hot. Sonic the Hedgehog, the animated series based on the video games. And just for clarity, I will exclusively be talking about this show and not the far less popular Adventures of Sonic, as this was a cute, silly, colorful, happy show. In contrast, SatAM was more serious and featured darker themes.
Uncle Chuck, it's me, Sonic. Your one and only too cool nephew. Don't you remember?
The show lasted 2 seasons, amounting to 26 episodes. It aired on ABC from September 18, 1993 to December 3, 1994. The time is the 33rd century, and the place is Mobius, a planet mostly populated by talking animals. The kingdom of Acorn went to war with a traitor. You see, the king recruited a scientist named Julian. He was hired to build war machines to guarantee the kingdom a victory. Julian and his nephew Snively overthrew the kingdom, transforming citizens into robot slaves and ultimately renaming the city. Now that he is king, he felt a name change was in order, so meet Dr. Robotnik.
The name is no longer Julian. From this day forward, I am Robotnik.
The lucky ones who managed to escape retreated into the Great Forest, a safe haven far away from Robotnik. They built a village named Knothole and formed a group called the Freedom Fighters. Sonic the Hedgehog was the leader, and next in charge was Princess Sally Acorn, the king's daughter and heir to the throne.
And despite the fact that it would have been perfect if Sonic had won Robotnik's trophy, we've taken a giant step to free Mobius from Robotnik.
Let's not forget about Tails, Sonic's best friend, Rotor the Walrus, half robot, half animal Bunny, Antoine the French Coyote, and in Season 2, a dragon was added to the lineup. The Freedom Fighters' sole purpose is to stop Robotnik and restore order to the kingdom. The same signature rings that appear in the game, they're featured in the cartoon. From time to time, Sonic unlocks a temporary power boost by using a power ring. Over the course of 2 seasons, we witnessed the rise and fall of Robotnik's empire. The Freedom Fighters work together in every episode to foil his plans. We even see the team locate the true king in another dimension. A 3rd season was planned, but losing the rating war to shows such as Power Rangers, ABC decided to pull the plug, ending the beloved series with a cliffhanger. And now, it is time. To your corners. Now the following is scheduled to be a 7-round bout based off the following criteria. Theme song. Characters. Originality and longevity. First impression. Best episode. Overall impact. And replay value. Let's have a good, clean fight. Time to clash. Theme song. Super fighting robot, MegaMan. Those lyrics repeat themselves over a futuristic rock and roll type beat. The theme was composed by John Lee Mitchell and Tom Keenlyside. They also did all of the background music throughout each episode. Next on the chopping block is Sonic, the fastest thing alive.
The streak speeds by. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Fastest thing alive. The classic opening was composed by Michael Tavera.
Sonic, he can really move.
The up-tempo rock and roll piece was produced by Noisy Neighbors Productions.
He's the fastest thing alive.
Judges, clash. The judges agree that both theme songs are incredible, but the slight edge goes to Sonic the Hedgehog for having more original lyrics. Round one goes to Sonic. Characters. MegaMan. From NES cartridge to Saturday morning television. From assistant robot to defender of the planet. His main weapon is the plasma cannon, which is built into his left arm. During battle, MegaMan is known for cheesy jokes and puns.
Whoa! Good thing Dr. Light built me stronger than Humpty Dumpty.
Role: MegaMan's sister. She also helps him out on missions. She was built as a house cleaning robot, so she uses numerous appliances as her weapons, like vacuum suction and her blender arm.
Hold him still! I think he's done.
Dr. Light, the creator of MegaMan. He used to work alongside Dr. Wily until his friend turned evil. Throughout the series, Dr. Light creates other tiny little robots to help on their quest to save the world. Rush, MegaMan's robot dog, another one of Dr. Light's contraptions. Rush has a special jet mode in which he turns into a jetboard. By now, you know well enough to know that every show has haters. Introducing the bad guys. Dr. Wily, a skilled scientist with a cliché German accent. Also, Dr. Light's former assistant. After feeling sabotaged, Wily and his invention named Proto-Man seek out revenge. He and his gang of evil robots try to take over the world. Proto-Man, MegaMan's older brother and Dr. Wily's #1 robot. He is determined to destroy his brother or have him convert to the dark side. Similar to MegaMan, Proto-Man fires a plasma beam from his arm cannon. And that's about it when it comes to creativity for the bad guys. Dr. Wily got lazy when it came to naming the rest of the robots. Cutman, he cuts people. Iceman, he freezes people. Bombman throws bombs. Electman, he electrocutes. Starting to notice a pattern here? There was also Airman, Gutsman, Crashman, Heatman, Quickman, Woodman, Hardman, Magnetman, Snakeman, Topman, Drillman, Gemini-Man, Needleman, Dustman, and a bunch of others. Honorable mentions in order for Eddie, the suitcase with legs, Vile and Spark Mandrill, the evil Maverick Warriors, and the dope-ass motherfucking MegaMan X, Sonic, the main character and leader of the Freedom Fighters. He can run at insane speeds, hence the name Sonic. The Hedgehog gets stronger by using power rings, which can exclusively be used by him. He usually taunts his enemies mid-battle with trash talk.
Yo, heavy metalheads! Wanna play tag? You're ready!
Tails, an infant fox with two tails. He is best buds with Sonic and helps out on missions every now and then. Sally. This chipmunk is the daughter of King Acorn, making her a princess. She has a supercomputer named Nicole, which allows her to come up with brilliant strategies for the Freedom Fighters. She also has a love connection with Sonic. Rotor, the inventor of the group. This walrus usually stays in the village, fixing and building contraptions. Bunny, a half-robot, half-rabbit with a southern accent. Talented fighter, and would one day like to get her body back. Antoine, a coyote with a French accent. He's pretty timid and can often be seen trembling in fear. He is jealous of the love Sonic and Sally share. And of course, what would a party be without the haters? Dr. Robotnik, Sonic's most powerful enemy. The terrifying villain took over the city of Mobotropolis and plans to cover the whole planet with machines. He transforms people into robot slaves by using a machine called the Roboticizer. Snively, Dr. Robotnik's mistreated sidekick nephew. He holds a secret grudge against his uncle due to constant abuse. Honorable mentions to King Acorn and all of the Season 2 additions like Ari, Lupe Wolf, and Dulcie. Judges, clash. The judges agree that both shows have impressive lineups, but the slight edge goes to MegaMan for having a more diverse lineup of enemies. Round 2 goes to the blue team. Originality and longevity. 2 seasons and 27 episodes. MegaMan adventures include Proto Man pretends to be a good guy and switches sides. Shortly after, MegaMan catches on to his plan. Dr. Wily tells MegaMan he can turn him into a real boy. Wily secretly plans to reprogram him. Lion creatures go around turning humans into other lion creatures. I am not kidding. Dr. Wily creates a circuit transfer machine. MegaMan's body is swapped with Snake Man, and he must save the day in that form. The good guys get stranded on an island with the bad guys. They have no choice but to work together. A virus in the air causes MegaMan and Roll to turn into Neanderthals, while Dr. Wily tries to take over the world using robot dinosaurs. Yeah, some of these storylines are pretty wild.
You have it, sis. I be okay.
No, you take it, Mega. You got the best chance of stopping Wily.
And many more. 2 seasons, 26 episodes. Sonic's adventures include Tails has always idolized Sonic. He finally has earned enough stripes and gets to go on a mission with his idol. Sally and Bunny venture into another dimension. While there, they reunite with the king. They also meet Naugus, Robotnik's biggest rival. Sonic finds his Uncle Chuck, who was turned into a robot. After remembering his identity, he helps the gang with fighting Robotnik. This episode has a surprisingly dark tone.
I should have saved him.
Y'all did what you could, honey. We couldn't bring him back. He's loyal to Robotnik.
We'll get him back another day, Sonic. Promise.
In preparation for the season finale, Robotnik searches for the sacred stones to power his doomsday device. Robotnik captures Sally and creates a clone of her. He uses the clone to try to find a way to the hidden village. Sonic and Sally travel to the past and try to stop Robotnik before he begins to conquer the planet.
If that machine destroys the Great Forest, Knothole will never exist, and chances are, neither will we.
Judges, clash. The judges agree that although wacky and over the top, MegaMan had more creativity in their episodes. Round 3 goes to MegaMan. First impression. Season 1, Episode 1, The Beginning. We start off with 5 of Dr. Wily's robots destroying an airport. Instead of calling 911, a couple of pilots call MegaMan to help because he's Mega. He shows up to the scene ready for battle. We see for the first time his unique ability to copy an enemy's power.
Mind if I borrow this?
Oh, now you got my weapon.
Roll shows up to the scene to try to help her bro out. Turns out she's completely useless and ends up needing Mega to save her. The robots show they mean business by throwing a subway at him. MegaMan is dead. They airlift his body back to the lab. While fixing the robot, a flashback scene gives the origin of 2 scientists. They used to create robots together until Wily turned evil. Dr. Light creates Rock and Roll. No. 2 robots named Rock and Roll. He also made Cutman, Gutsman, and Iceman, whom Wily reprogrammed to be evil. They overpower Rock and Roll and eventually robot nap them. Wily tries to reprogram the 2.
Won't you feel differently about this?
Is it just me or did she call him a dickhead?
It's Dr. Wily!
Rock manages to escape and makes his way back to the lab. Light knows retaliation is inevitable, so to prepare, he converts Rock into an armored fighting robot named MegaMan. Also gave him a helper dog. Back in present time, MegaMan is fixed. He and his sister head out for revenge. They destroy all of Wily's robots, and then MegaMan and Protoman have a well-animated fight sequence. After a while, the robots flee the scene and the mayor thanks them for saving the town. Season 1, Episode 1, Sonic Boom. While the Freedom Fighters are on a mission, Sally attempts to hack a password on a computer. She's taken quite long, so we get to see the signature impatient foot tap. All of a sudden, Sally receives a message from her father. She uses her computer Nicole to track down GPS coordinates of where the message was sent from. A prison near the Dark Swamp. A freedom fighter named Cat sacrifices himself to prevent the others from being discovered. Sally's father must be found, but at the same time, he cannot leave a teammate behind.
Yo, Sat! Soon as I find Cat, I'll blast for the swamp. Be mondo careful.
You too, Sonic.
Now Sonic and Sally are forced to split up for a bit. Sonic finds the hovercraft where they are holding the member captive. Cat advises Sonic to leave him behind because Robotnik is tracking Sally heading down to the Dark Swamp. On his way to the swamp, Sonic undergoes a surprise attack. With the help of some quick thinking, Sonic quickly disposes of a stealth bot. Around this time, Sally and Antoine make it to the prison, with Sonic only minutes behind, tracking them down by footprints. When Sonic arrives, they all fall into a trap and have to defeat a one-eyed robot. Sally then hacks a bunch of stealth bots. Before escaping, Sonic goes back to rescue Cat, but he's gone. Rest in peace, little fella. No, for real, we don't ever see him again in the series. Back at the rendezvous point, Robotnik is launching an attack on the fighters. Little does he know his machines have been hacked. They self-destruct and Sonic dedicates the victory to his homie.
Yo, Robotnik, that was for Cat.
Now for the judges. Clash. The judges agree. Both premiere episodes were pretty good. But we also agree Sonic does a better job of setting the tone for the series. Round 4 goes to Sonic. Best Episode. Season 2, Episode 13, Mega X. In attempts to steal a rare metal called Lightanium, Wily and his cronies make an attack on Dr. Light's lab. MegaMan successfully defends against the attack. We even see Gutsman take an extremely graphic shot to the stomach.
Tell me about it, Guts!
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
A portal linked to the future opens up to reveal two Mavericks named Vile and Spark Mandrill. Mavericks are basically powerful robots whose purpose is to conquer humans. Dr. Wily hits the silent alarm, emphasis on the word silent, and we hear my favorite line in the whole episode.
We heard the silent alarm, Dr. Wily. What gives?
By definition, that's impossible.
We heard the silent alarm.
They spare Dr. Wily because he gives them the Addy to Dr. Light and his Lightanium. MegaMan is far too weak to fight off the two time travelers. Another portal opens up, revealing the dope-ass motherfucking MegaMan X. His sole purpose is to capture Mavericks at all costs.
I must capture Mavericks at all costs.
See? I told you. So Vile and Spark Mandrill fled the scene. MegaMan takes X back to the lab. We learn the origins of X and where he came from. He's from the future, and Dr. Light created him. Imagine seeing your own son before he's even born. That's pretty trippy. So we have Dr. Wily and his bots working with the Mavericks, while MegaMan and Roll work with the Maverick Hunter. The two groups get into a pretty epic battle with hoverbikes, tidal waves, heavy machinery, explosions, and more. If you're to watch one episode in this series, this is the one. In the end, of course, the heroes prevail. The three time travelers enter a portal back to the future. Season 2, Episode 13, The Doomsday Project, the exhilarating series finale, and damn it, it's worth the wait. Robotnik's Doomsday weapon is finally completed and activated. Meanwhile, Rotor just invented some kind of metal-eating acid balloons for Sonic. Being impressed, Sonic tells him to make some more, cause he'll need them to defeat Robotnik. Sonic meets up with Antoine near a watchtower and shortly after ends up saving his life. All of a sudden, a Doomsday pod comes out of the ground and starts destroying everything. The two retreat back to Knothole and sound the Doomsday alarm. Sonic speeds over to tell Rotor what's going on. The two head to the workshop to equip him with more acid balloons. Sonic hooks up with Sally, and her computer reveals the Doomsday machine can produce hundreds of pods every hour. Running out of time, all the freedom fighters from all over gather to face their biggest challenge yet. They decide to attack using air and ground. The air squad drops a bunch of decoys while Sonic tries to infiltrate down below. Unfortunately, Robotnik is onto their plan and lures them in. Eventually, the group makes it to the source. Sonic says it must be destroyed before it can create more pods. Sonic decides he wants to fight Robotnik on his own, so he forces his friends to leave. With the help of Nicole, Sonic finds the generator and plants some explosives. Somehow, they do no damage. Robotnik reveals his machine is covered in diamond glass. He captures Sonic and attempts to turn him into a robot slave. Using some power rings, our hero manages to escape. He makes it back to his friends, telling them all about the unbreakable diamond glass. Uncle Chuck suggests using something 10,000 times stronger than a power ring, something called deep power stones. Sonic acquires them, and now Sally demands that he let her help out. They have an epic showdown with Dr. Robotnik, ultimately resulting in his downfall.
I really hate that hedgehog. I hate him. I hate him. Hate him!
Back in the village, everyone is celebrating the victory and safe return of our heroes. But back at the Doomsday site, Snively is excited to be the new villain in charge. And he's not alone. Judges, clash. The judges agree that MegaMan X is f***ing awesome. But unfortunately, the build-up to the Sonic climax makes it more impactful. Round 5 to Sonic. Overall impact. The series wasn't a masterpiece by any means, but it developed a decent fan base. Reruns could be found all the way up into the year 2001. Spin-off media includes VHS, DVDs, CDs that shockingly feature music from Junior Mafia and a few other notable artists.
1, 2, y'all, you know I rock ya. Stepping around the Junior Mafia. 1, 2, y'all, you know I rock ya.
If you combine all titles across all systems, we're talking over 100 MegaMan video games in totality. Books, comics, and a set of other cartoons that came later on. Over the years, a devoted fan base kept this show alive in their hearts. To this day, people are still pushing and hoping for a season 3. Reruns played regularly up until 1998. Spin-off media includes DVDs, VHS, comic books, movies.
I am living my best life on Earth. Ow!
Over 60 games, including my favorite, Sonic Adventure 2 for the Sega Dreamcast. As of 2021, the show can be streamed on Amazon Prime. There were also a few spin-off titles like Sonic Underground, Sonic X, and a couple others. Judges? Clash. The judges agree the Sonic franchise made a huge impact on the world. And we also agree that it was always just a little more popular than Mega Man. Round 6 goes to Sonic. Replay value. Mega Man was far from an amazing show. To be honest, only about 6 or 7 of the episodes are truly good, start to finish. Nonetheless, it holds a special place in my heart and the hearts of many others. Sonic the Hedgehog left the consoles and appeared on our TVs every Saturday morning. Just seeing the character fully animated for the first time was enough to demand our attention. Rewatching this series, it took me back to the good old days. The days where you'd watch a cartoon solely because you've played and loved the video game. Hopping back in as an adult, the series is a lot more darker than I remembered. Not saying it's a bad thing, it's just not what you'd expect from a kid's show. It features decent animation and storylines that are all over the place. I guess that's a part of its charm. This show didn't take itself too seriously, and that's what I love about it. Whether on purpose or not, it wasn't afraid to be silly. It was one of those shows that are so bad that it's good. Yes, it's bad good. Sonic created a perfect storyline from start to finish with one goal: to overthrow Robotnik. It took 2 seasons to get to that point, and it didn't overstay its welcome. Perfect execution. 2 legendary shows, but I gotta edge this one to Sonic the Hedgehog. I strongly suggest you guys go and stream this one. And with that being said, the winner of today's 7-round bout is Sonic. Congrats. Now, ladies and gents, let me know down below in the comments section. Did you pick Team Blue or Team Red for the win? Now, I'm sure someone out there, I don't know where, but someone out there needs to hear this. You keep doing what you love. Keep doing what you love. Forget the haters. Don't ever stop. Once again, my name is Ryan Banks, and thanks for watching. Gimme my music. I move in the nighttime. Shit, everything I do in the nighttime. Make 1 turn 2 in the nighttime. Zoom from that bright light. Move by my right side. Crew in the spot, and it's like 2 o'clock. Wrist never been in cuffs, evident.